Hi, Sycamore Canyon students. It's me, Mrs. Hillard in the library, and I have a great selection for you, especially those of you in the lower grades. This one's called Rafi and Rosi Carnival by Lulu Delacre. It's a real cute book, and we'll get through the first chapter. Here we go. Rafi and Rosi Carnival. I love this book because it has some pronunciation keys in the front of the book to let us know how some of these words are pronounced. The words are Spanish words, so let's listen for those. Chapter 1, Queen for a Day. Rafi Coqui was busy making a mask for the carnival in Ponce. Rafi, come out, Rosi called from outside. Push me on the swing. Ahorita, said Rafi. Later. Please, Rosi begged. Rafi didn't want to stop making his mask. He looked around for something his little sister could do. Next to him lay the carnival issue of the newspaper. It gave him an idea. Hey, go find a queen outfit, he said. A queen outfit, asked Rosi. You could be the queen of this year's parade, said Rafi. I'm sure you would win. You really think so? Asked Rosi. Seguro, Rafi said. Sure, Doña Carmen next door is one of the judges. Rosi came in and picked up the newspaper. She looked at the pictures for a long time. She said. Her eyes sparkled. She ran to the dress-up chest. She lifted out the pale green scarf, the hot pink scarf, the sky blue scarf, and the crown with red feathers. She tried them on. She skipped and twirled in front of the mirror. She said, something is missing. Rosi tiptoed into her mother's room and put on a string of fake pearls, 2 silvery bracelets, and big rings on each and every finger. She danced and curtsied to the imaginary crowd in the mirror. She said, something is still missing. Rosi slid her fingers into her mother's makeup drawer and found a very pink lipstick. She painted her lips shiny and sweet. I'm going to be the carnival queen, Rosi said. She marched out the front door and slammed it behind her. Rafi looked up. Had his sister just left? Rosi, he called. Rosi skipped all the way to Doña Carmen's house. Rafi followed her. Rosi opened the gate. Hola, Rosi, Doña Carmen greeted her. Are you ready for carnival? Hola, Doña Carmen, said Rosi. I am here to be chosen as the queen. Oh, Rosi, said Doña Carmen. I am sorry, but in this contest, you have to be older. But Rafi told me I was sure to win, Rosi said, her mouth now half its usual size. Rafi came up to the gate. Doña Carmen stared at him. Rafi shrugged. Let's go home, Rosi, Rafi said. I'll push you on the swing. No, Rosi yelled. She ran all the way back home and deep into her room. Standing outside Rosi's room, Rafi heard her sob. What could he do now? He went out to the backyard. In the corner, he saw his old wagon. I know, he said. Rafi ran back inside. When he came out again, he had a big box filled with things. In it, he had empty tin cans, string, paper streamers and glue, scissors, and all his paints and brushes. He set to work. He cut and pasted, glued and tied, painted and fixed. When he was finally done, he stood up and looked at what he had made. Rosi, Rafi called, I have a surprise for you. What? Rosi asked. Rafi took Rosi by the hand and led her into the backyard. Wow, said Rosi. With this float, Rafi said, you'll be queen for a day. Rosi gave Rafi a big hug. That afternoon, on the wagon-turned float, Rosi beamed as she went up and down their street in her very own parade. Chapter 2. X-ray eyes. Perfecto, Rafi said. With this second mirror in my periscope, I'll be able to look all the way down the street without going out. Rafi, the parade, Rosi called. Rafi hid his periscope. Today, carnival starts, said Rosi. Tia Marta said the parade will go by very soon. We need to go out front to see it. Oh yes, the parade, said Rafi. I'll watch it from here. He sat down next to the closed window. and leaned his head back. "You have to come out," said Rosi. "You can't see the parade from there." "Oh, yes, I can," said Rafi. "I have X-ray eyes." "X-ray eyes?" asked Rosi. "Yes," said Rafi. "I'll show you. Just stand by the door so you can hear me call out who's coming up the street." "Can you really see through walls?" asked Rosi. "Of course," said Rafi. "I told you I have X-ray eyes." Rosi went outside. The sidewalks were crowded, and the music from many drums got louder and louder. From inside the house, Rafi shouted, "Here comes Ray Momo in a red and yellow outfit." Rosi jumped up and down to get a better look. Rafi was right about the king. Rosi looked at the tall windows that opened onto the balcony. The shutters were closed. "Rafi must be guessing," she said. "Look, Rosi," Rafi called, "the float with the carnival queen." Rosi stretched to look around the potted palm. "The queen is wearing sequins and peacock feathers," Rafi added. The young queen waved to Rosi, and she was dressed just like Rafi said she was. "Wow," Rosi called out to Rafi. "How did you do that?" But Rafi didn't hear her. He was busy saying who was coming next. "Rosi," Rafi yelled, "here come the Vejigantes with their scary masks." "There's something strange," Rosi mumbled. Rosi tiptoed into the house. Rafi was still on the rocker. He was bent over a cardboard tube. Rosi went back outside. Then she noticed that the tube stuck out through a missing slat in the shutters. Rosi looked right into the tube. "I know," Rafi said. The tube disappeared into the window. "Aha," Rosi said, nodding her head. Rosi raced inside. "What was that you were holding?" she asked. Rafi looked down. Then he looked into Rosi's eyes. "Bueno," he said. Finally, he took out his periscope. "With this," he said, "you can look all the way down the street without ever leaving the room." "How?" Rosi asked. Rafi told Rosi how one slanted mirror reflected the image of the street onto another slanted mirror closer to you. Rosi tried it. It really worked. "But Rafi," Rosi said, giving back the periscope, "I like to see the floats up close." Rafi said. "I guess outside you feel like part of the carnival." See, yelled Rosi. "Let's go before it's all over." They ran out the door. Perched on the balcony of Tia Marta's house, Rafi and Rosi Coqui waved, giggled, and chanted. They were thrilled by the sounds and sights of the first day of Carnival. And that's where we're going to stop. I hope you liked the book, and I wanted to share this first page with you guys. It's called a glossary, and this is the one I was mentioning where it tells you how to say the words that are in the Spanish language, and it tells you what they're all meaning. So we'll zoom in on this page, and maybe you guys can pause it and look at the page and try practicing saying some of these Spanish words. Well, I sure hope you liked the book, and I'll see you next time. Bye!